Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Chemical Guy's Detail Garage. Today we have an American classic in the shop, a 1962 Ford Thunderbird. And as you can see, it's got this oxidized look on one side, and on the other half we've already polished, giving this glossier effect. Now what's gone here, or happened here, is this car has been sitting outside, and if you didn't know, red absorbs UV rays very poorly, and that's what starts to oxidize very quickly, giving you this matte finish. But the best way to remove it, and the only way to remove it, is by machine polishing. So we started off by using V36 with an orange cutting pad because we don't want to take off a lot of material. We're trying to use the least aggressive approach, even though we tried V32, which does remove a lot of material and gives us a nice shine. We don't need to go that aggressive, so we decided to step it down to V36 to get most of the oxidation off, and then come back with a white pad in V38 to really jewel the paint and clear up any kind of tiger stripes or marring. So we're going to continue the same process on the rest of the vehicle, and then we need to wax it so we can prevent future damage. Now in a case like this, if you want to put on a very strong, durable protective coating, you could also use something like Hydro Slick, or if you want something more traditional, you can go with your favorite glaze, sealant, and wax combination to bring out that really torch red cherry glow of this Thunderbird, or on any color vehicle that you have yourself. So to begin, we've already got our TORQ 15DA set up with an orange Hex-Logic Pad, which again is what we're using for our cutting because it has a mild cut, but also a polishing capability with V36 Cutting Polish. We'll just shake up the bottle. We're going to apply 5 dime-sized dots to our pad. And a dime is about the size of 1 hex. And if you're new to polishing, I'll walk you through the steps of how to polish and the proper technique. Before we do that, we're going to apply a little bit of pad conditioner. And what this does is it helps to moisten the pad, which reduces friction. It cuts down any kind of dusting, but this is going to help your pad last as long as possible. What I like to do is I'll work from the center out. This way I'm not leaning across an area that I've already polished. So we'll start here on the back of the hood at the very center where we've done our 50-50. And on the lowest speed setting, we're going to spread out the polish. This way we can have an even amount all over the surface that we're going to be working on, which is about a 2-foot by 2-foot section. And also this is going to prevent us flinging polish when we turn it up to the highest speed setting. So when you use a dual action polisher, you want to use the lowest speed setting to spread out your compound or your polish, and the highest speed setting to do the actual polishing. And you want to make sure that it goes completely clear or translucent. This way you're not leaving any kind of, swirls or scratches behind, but you're also working in the polish, giving it the proper breakdown time so it can actually do its job. And then you want to take a clean microfiber towel and buff off any excess. Now also when you're using any kind of polisher, you want to make sure that you're not applying too much pressure, because this can, one, create a lot of heat, and also it can stall the pad so you're not actually doing any kind of correction. You're actually just, basically vibrating across the surface, which isn't polishing. And you want to make sure that it's completely flat, so it's not dipping either nose down or backwards or side to side. This way it's not creating a hot spot which can create marring or that hologram effect that I'm sure a lot of you have seen. So the proper technique is just to basically weigh it down with the weight of your hand, and this hand back here is what's going to be guiding the direction, the pivot. What I like to do is I'll put my thumb right here on the back side, basically right behind the analog screen. This will keep you from basically twisting it from side to side. So like I said, we'll use the lowest speed setting to spread it out, and the highest speed setting is what we're going to be using to do our actual polishing. And then we'll give you guys a little before and after here. So as you can see, the polish has gone basically clear. So we're going to take a clean microfiber towel and buff away any of the excess. And as you can see on the pad there, since this is a single stage paint job, it's going to have a lot of residue on there, which is again why we want to go with the least aggressive approach, because we don't want to take off a lot of material. So this is going to save you some of that paint. And although it's not going to be 100% paint correction, it still looks a lot better. This is a huge transformation from this non-reflective matte side to you've actually got some kind of reflection. Although the paint is cracking, that's to be expected when the paint has been this old. The owner says it's not the original paint, but it's been on there since at least, the early 90s. So for what it is, I think it looks fantastic, and a lot of people would say this is almost a survivor because it's all original. So we're going to continue the same process with V36 and then move on to V38 to really jewel the paint. But one thing else I wanted to mention, and that is your arm speed, which basically means as you're polishing, the speed that your arms are moving is about 1 inch per second, so that you're not moving too quickly, which creates a marring effect because the polish isn't properly breaking down. But also you want to cover 50% of your last pass so you're not leaving any kind of stripes. This is the best way to get a uniform shine because you're moving the same amount of material over the entire surface. So we're going to continue the same process. It's the same exact procedure for V38, and then we need to protect it. And that's probably where we're going to bring out most of the shine, most of the warmth, because again, we can either use a ceramic coating like Hydro-Slick, or we can move on to something traditional like a glaze sealant wax combination. You guys stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. We still got a lot of polishing to do because this car is a boat, so we need to move our way around the rest of the vehicle before we go into our coating process. But to really protect this finish, because again, this is not original paint, but it's very old paint, and since we want to keep in that survivor condition, we're going to go with Hydro-Slick, which is a super easy to apply ceramic gel. And this is going to lock in the shine, but it's going to repel those harmful UV rays that really deteriorate the finish, so this can prevent any kind of oxidation. That's also going to enhance some of that water beading action, so it's going to keep the car looking cleaner for longer. It makes the drying process a lot easier, as well as the wash process, so Hydro-Slick is a great product for any kind of car. It doesn't matter if it's a new car, old car, red, white, blue, whatever you have. It's just really going to bring out the shine of any color vehicle. So if you guys want to learn more about these products, head over to our website, chemicalguys.com, or to your local detail garage. If you like today's video, you like this Thunderbird, or if you like old classic cars, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop your comments down below on anything else you guys want to see, or maybe your favorite old car. We'll see you guys next time.